the Gould Mine podcast.
What is it that you're working on now? Obviously, we heard about your journey and everything, but like, what are you doing right now? And how are you applying all of this knowledge?
Wrapping up our development of the Opportunity Zone Exchange.
Okay.
The idea is just like how Coinbase was for crypto in the very beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Big centralized spot, you could go create a wallet, find a coin and invest into. That's the idea with what we're doing with the OZ Exchange. The heartbeat of it is compliance driven. You know, I mean, going back to this being Uncle IRS, the one drawback to the program is, let's say that I did have a capital gain event. I put it into your Opportunity Zone fund. You hit a freaking grand slam. I love you at the end of 10 years. You took my $1 million, converted it to 20 million in profit for me. You and I are best friends. As a result, I go to file my taxes. You think Uncle Sam is just going to roll over when I claim 20 million tax free? Or do you think they're going to send me out a letter saying, hey, we just have a couple quick questions on the 20 million before we accept it, right? So the question then is, if I get a letter like that from Uncle Sam, how do I answer those questions? Because remember, the duration of the period is a 10-year window of time for me. So, Uncle Sam is going to expect me to come back and prove for 10 years everything was good all the way through and through, right? The Opportunity Zone Exchange is the heartbeat of it is designed to be able to do just that by capturing all the transaction information that happens, because everything is done escrow to escrow to escrow. We're able to generate automated compliance reports. So if you ever did get a letter from the IRS about the utilization of the program, the exchange can say, here's exactly how everything is compliant each and every year. Then it serves, the byproduct of it is to serve as a connection point, a spot to where, because right now, with it being I look at this as really from a financial market space. When you've had $300 billion float through it in 6 years, that's no small ecosystem, number one. Number two, when you have a market cap last year of potential eligibility of 9.2 trillion, again, that's no small number. That's a financial ecosystem. It's a financial market space. Unlike stocks, cryptos, bonds, everything else under the sun that's been established for quite some time, what the Opportunity Zone space has been missing, and a lot of it is because we did lose the rah-rah siskumba. We lost the spotlight on it, which meant we lost the need and the spotlight around proper resources being built to support and sustain healthy growth of the ecosystem. So, for example, if I had capital gains and you have an Opportunity Zone fund, where do I go to find you? Where do you go to find me? Both of us need each other,
right?
But what's the bridge? Maybe
and
I'm we're a business or a real estate development. Again, we have a symbiotic relationship. My fund needs you. You would like to have what my fund has. How do we get connected? Right? And so when you start looking at that and you realize there is no connection point, we said we had to do something. So
interesting.
We spent the last several years developing out, taking all the guidance, all the ins and outs, and completely programming an exchange environment to where I could just, as an investor, I could sell Bitcoin. I could go to my CPA. He could just, hey, Dave, sign up for a free account on the exchange, find a fund you like and invest. You'll be good to go. And for funds, it's a lot easier way now to, instead of going out and having to do the road show and, dump a ton into marketing and everything, now it just allows you to go to one spot where your investors are going to go to and for you to be out them to get connected to you. And then everybody gets compliance reports, keeps everybody happy. So that's the big thing.
That's awesome, man. That is so cool. And I was actually I was going to ask you, how do people figure, like, how do people find these kinds of opportunities? Because it's like, it feels like you kind of have to know somebody that knows somebody, right? Because you don't really see it, but now you have the OZ Exchange, right? So now you have that.
Yep.
That's awesome.